I'm a fighter, always have been. In the ring and in business. 30 years of battles, rising, falling, rebuilding. I've made money, I've lost money, but it wasn't until I created Zapata Systems was I able to really find my way out. But the toughest fight, it wasn't physical. It was watching money walk out the door week after week, whether to vendors charging too much or labor not justifying the revenue. That money stress, it doesn't always stay at work. It follows you home, turns into arguments, cold dinners, and broken peace. And then there's the IRS, back taxes, deadlines, pressure you can't punch your way out of. Zapata Systems shows you what you're really paying. It gives you control, leverage, and savings. This isn't about surviving. It's about winning. You're in a fight. Start acting like it. Zapata Systems. Fight smarter.
What's up, guys? It's movie talk time. I am Joe Zapata, and we got tomorrow Peacemaker season 2 drops. I can't wait for that. I'm really pumped, ready for that. Let me introduce the team. We got Dave DC Callari. What's going on, Dave?
Hello, what's going on?
And we got all the way from Puerto Rico, the screenwriter Rob Alvarenga. What's up, Rob? What are you doing over there?
Wep up, my fellas. Yeah, no, I'm just what you're supposed to do in Puerto Rico, all right? Just lounge in beach side with maybe a margarita, you know. Just saying.
Yeah, we scouted. We sent them out there to scout for new location for our studio. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But first, let's talk about on August 17th, we lost a great actor. Terrence Stamp actually passed away at 87 years old. Neil before Zod. Great story about Terrence Stamp. I didn't know that he quit acting or before Superman. He quit acting because he was getting bad roles. And he moved to India, was isolated, and he gets a telegram from his, from his agent, one of the agents, and says, "Hey, there's a movie for you. We want you to go in." He says, "No, I don't want to do it." He goes, "You'll be starring with Marlon Brando. You got to do it." He said, "Fine." It was obviously Superman, and his career took off. So Terrence Stamp passed away at 87. Guys, how was Terrence Stamp with you guys? What did you feel about him as an actor? Maybe Dave, you want to start off?
I mean, he was. Like, what else can you say about Zod? It's like I like Michael Shannon's turn as Zod in Man of Steel, but it's just not the same. Yeah. Nothing was the same. But then he also, he was Jor-El. He was the voice of Jor-El for a little while.
Yes.
So he had a little bit of that like Peter Cullen mystique where you kind of always knew his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super familiar with like a lot of his other work, but again, if you leave one mark on like one character that just permeates pop culture, I mean, I think you've kind of done your job.
Yep. As an actor. Zod. Exactly. Rob, what do you think about Terrence Stamp passing?
Yeah, there's not much more I could add. I mean, I'm familiar with some, other roles that he's done since, but that is the role that, when, obviously, that he has passed away, when they, review, that do that in memoriam, screening, hopefully that, they'll acknowledge him at the next Oscar show and the next award show. They're going to see the iconic character he brought to life. What was the difference? You mentioned about Michael Shannon's turn. I want to comment on how he played Zod. I mean, this guy was like, he was scary, but at the same time, he had this thing about him, just like it's almost like reverence for it. Like he looked at himself as like above everybody else. He carried an aura about him that, this guy wasn't menacing in a sense like Michael Shannon's to that level, but it was like he blended that in with like what he believed he was supposed to be doing, coming to Earth, and dealing with Superman. He nailed it. I mean, it's just a thing. He nailed it to the point that it's forever now. So Terrence Stamp is Zod, and there's no one that's ever gonna really like take that away. There'll be adaptations. There'll be people that play the character again, but no one's gonna do it like he did.
No, he was the ultimate bad guy for me as a child. Ultimate bad guy. All right, so let's go into other news. Actually, so I liked Red Sonja as a kid with Arnold in it. That one's okay. With Bridget Nielsen was okay, not bad, but I liked it because Arnold was in it. Honestly, they had a couple other things. I think they had a TV series, they did something else with Red Sonja, but now they're doing this other Red Sonja came out. The trailer dropped, and now the reviews came out, and they're just ripping it to shreds. It's really bad. And I was like, oh my God, I did not see anything else about it, but the reviews horrible. They said it's a terrible mistake. This movie's going to be really bad. Dave, I'll start with you. Did you have any interest in seeing Red Sonja at all? No. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just curious as why some of these things get made.
Me too.
Because, like you said, it's very different than. So we're getting Running Man, right?
Yeah.
And we had a Running Man version with Arnold way back when, but that kind of has stood the test of time. I don't know if it really holds up on a rewatch, but it's like it's there. It's in the zeitgeist a little bit. Whereas Red Sonja was like a thing, and it's like it was just another thing that he did on his way to the next film. So it's almost like the Ice Cube War of the Worlds that just came out like weeks ago.
Yikes!
Like who are we making these things for?
Yeah, exactly.
I know we talk a lot about people are bereft of ideas, and it's just digging deep into IP. I'm okay with that on a certain level as long as like the IP is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I keep hearing about like a Mask movie, like Matt Tracker type stuff.
Yes. Okay.
What are we doing with Red Sonja? Like dive into something that's got some legs that you can really evolve into something, or maybe even a larger franchise or whatever. But I don't know who this is for.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Rob, what do you think about this Red Sonja? They're going to be losing their shirts to the studio.
I mean, I'm scratching my head over that because, whoever was coming up with this, you're going back to try and bring up like an IP that maybe was like, pop culture-ishy that you'll, get people in the seats for, but they don't learn like that Red Sonja with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fun fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger was only supposed to be filming that movie like for a very small cameo as a favor to one of the producers. He was only supposed to be filming for about a week. He ended up filming for 3 weeks.
Wow.
So, and honestly, it shows. I mean, the guy, not saying that he mailed it in, but, he's like, hi, I'm Arnold, some made up character just for this movie, just to help my friend out. And it's exactly what it feels like. I mean, you said it yourself, Joe. You remember that movie more so because Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it, not Richie Nelson. So and to be honest, I tried watching. I think not that long ago. No lie. Not because we were doing this for the show. It's just like, oh, Red Sonja. I remember seeing it. I remember enjoying it. Let me watch it again. Oh man, that was a tough watch. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for Arnold, I'm like, wow, I'm turning this thing off. So, they didn't learn from that. So that should have told people like, Red Sonja has, I guess, a following. I think it's more so on the comic book graphic novel level, but I don't think it ever really surfaced beyond that, to be quite honest. So unless you're really, really like giving us something with like a real mean budget and the script is just like mind blowing. I clearly, from what I'm reading, it was neither of that. So, I'm sorry. It's like you gotta really know what you're doing, especially if you're gonna pull something out of your butt like Red Sonja, in 2025. It better be something else. Otherwise, it's gonna happen. What's happening now? It's gonna be in the trash.
Exactly. And now that speaks to our next topic, where we now have another spinoff movie coming up. Ferris Bueller, great movie. Now they are going to do a spinoff called Sam and Victor's Day Off, which is based on the garage attendants who took the Corvette. And I heard just today, Matthew Broderick is going to be involved somehow. Don't know how, what's going to happen. Maybe be a flashback talking about it, but interesting. I've always wanted another Ferris Bueller. I like that character. I thought it was a great movie. Rob, I'll start with you. What do you think about this spinoff, Sam and Victor's Day Off?
Man, I mean, I'm trying to wrap my mind around it because you remember those guys because of that iconic shot that you see right there, just taking the car and just basically trashing it and running
Yep.
up the mileage for it, and was really really funny part of the movie. And so, and good on them. These guys, the characters, you remember that, but do you remember who they were exactly?
No.
You just remember they're the car attendants. I mean, that's really it. They have
Yep.
names. I mean, seriously, I didn't
Sam and
hear any
Victor.
names in the movie, so unless you see them in the credits, you don't know who the hell these guys are.
Nope.
So unless they're gonna take like a Harold and Kumar approach to this thing, which is the only angle I could see that it could work.
Okay.
But honestly, I just hope they got really creative with that, because again, you're pulling something out of your butt, out of an IP, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not the main IP. It's not Ferris Bueller.
Yep.
So you're taking a real serious chance doing this. So we'll see. Again, if it has a Harold Kumar angle, I could see it, being funny. But it's gotta be really funny.
Yep. Sam and Victor's day off. Dave, what do you think about this?
Why don't they just give us the Abe Froman Chronicles while they're at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Froman, yes.
So I don't. If you were to take it and mash up like Rob said on Harold and Kumar and like a Wedding Crashers type thing, where they
Mhm.
go try to get cars at different garages or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's maybe something there that's it's slightly interesting, but
Mhm.
I don't like you clearly can't set it like now. You have to set it back in '86.
Correct.
I don't know. I mean,
It is what it is, right?
listen, you can make this. You got to make this like a tight 89-minute movie if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know where they're trying to go with it.
Yep.
I think the Ferris Bueller is a movie that, like, would you want to see a sequel? Sure. Would you just take like his next day off? Would we see like a summer vacation? Then you turn it into like a National Lampoon's thing, and it's just like, oh, where are we going? What are we doing? And if you put it into, he has kids now that they're trying to do the same thing, and
that's what I would thought.
Outsmart them. We have like Ferris Bueller
That would be a good idea.
smashed together. I
Mhm.
guess
I like that.
that might be fun.
Yeah, that would be good. They did something like
I'd
that.
rather see them take a swing like that than do this. But I mean, listen, I'm a fan of a big swing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we'll see. Definitely see. Now, guys, tomorrow debuts Peacemaker season 2, and the reviews are coming out that it's actually John Cena's best work, and it's actually going to be really a lot of big surprises in it. And I'm looking forward to this, and I can't wait for it to drop tomorrow. Guys, Dave, what do you think about this? Are you excited for this as I am? I can't wait for this.
I'm super pumped. I've been waiting for this forever.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to learn the dance and everything from the opening sequence. I hope that I don't know how they're going to outdo it. And they don't have to outdo it. It just needs to stand up with the intro. That was one of the few intros that I would, as I rewatched the show, when it says skip intro, I'm like, no, I'm just going to let this play every single time.
Yeah.
I do like, so they also dropped the Red Band trailer last week.
Yes, that was really good.
I saw that. Excellent. And it was like all new footage as opposed to the original trailer, but it still didn't really like tell you anything. Like I don't feel like anything was actually spoiled for me, which I like. It kind of got me hyped for what's going to come. So, listen, it's coming hot off the heels of Superman. Whatever people feel about that, there's a possibility that Superman may make an appearance as maybe like a news story or something on the news. I don't think Corn Sweat's actually in it, but we know that Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl are going to be there. So I think this is really going to push things forward, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I think Cena has done some really, really great things, and I really like everything that I've seen him in. And the first Peacemaker was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, and he's becoming a really good actor now, and so we're really looking forward to this. Rob, what do you think about this? Peacemaker season 2 drops tomorrow.
Pumped, and I'm gonna echo what Dave just said. I really hope the new intro is just as good as the first seasons, because that intro is awesome. And but aside from that, again, like the show, season 1 was awesome. I expect the same thing with season 2. My thoughts really with this is that I know that James Gunn, he's probably going to feel like a little more invigorated to like really delve deep into this series, because this is more of his wheelhouse. I mean, like I mentioned before in the reviews with Superman, I thought he did a great job. But with Superman, there's certain rules that you kind of like have to like abide by, and really kind of stick to the source material, because that's what everybody loves out of Superman. He gets to be a little more free with Peacemaker, and he has been. So he's a very that character, we love him because he's got so many conflicting just agendas, like motivations, sometimes irredeemable. He does some really messed up stuff, and yet he's still trying to like do the right thing, which is kind of like the angle that these seasons have been working on. So this is this is James Gunn's kind of favorite type of character to work with. So I'm not surprised by the reviews, because after, I'm sure after Superman, after he did what all that hard work with Superman, he gets to like now play in the sandbox into his own, like what he likes to do. So I think this series is going to kick butt, and yeah, I'm with you guys. I can't wait to watch it tomorrow.
And it's dropping tomorrow, so we'll wait and see. The next story, guys, I don't like to bring up these kind of catch and grab things, but I kind of dug into the story, and it sounded got a lot of legs. I reached out to John Roca and a couple other people, Christian Harloff, and it is true that the guys on the set, apparently there was a problem on the Avengers set with a couple of big stars. However, what people don't know is they made up, and they are friends, and they're fine. They were made up, got in a room. Marvel got them in a room together and made up. I thought about the story. I was like, it is kind of big though, news. Everyone's waiting it. The Avengers movie now, when we did the first Avengers, it was kind of small, starting to build up. Now with everything going on with Marvel, everything's riding on Avengers Doomsday. This is a big, big one. So, Fantastic Four did okay at the box office, but didn't break any numbers. I'll start with you, Rob. The fighting on the set, I've heard a couple of different stories. I even heard Robert Downey Jr. wanted to film more scenes. He wasn't happy, wanted to get into the costume. He wasn't in the Doctor Doom costume. Is it because of the tension with how Marvel Doomsday is expected? What do you think is going on? Why these little problems on the set?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I kind of have a slightly different take on this stuff.
Okay.
When you have big personalities on a movie set, it's bound to happen, especially when you have like a personality, like say like Robert Downey Jr., who's already he's making what, 80 million or give it whatever it was. It is that for the payday for Doomsday and going and whatever movie he's doing afterwards. So, he with that, it's not just money. It comes with a certain amount of influence, clout, like that. He's actually going to have a say in this thing, and rightfully so. I mean, that's what you kind of like hired him for to do. So you got to have that. You have the Russo brothers that have their own type of like personalities as well. I like how they like to do things. So, and then look at all the names that Downey's working with. Other big a lot of egos in that room. So I'm not surprised that you'll have like fights on the set. Because it's happening. It's a creative process. A lot of times the creative process is not easy. If everybody's a creative, everybody's going to have like their own idea of what they're looking at, and it's up to everybody to work together to get it done. So, that stuff I'm not worried about. What I am concerned about is like, there's rumors out there. It's like certain like comments, like I believe, with certain actors where it's like the script. I'm hearing that the script's not even completely done, or it's already doing some rewrites while they're filming.
Wow.
That is a problem, and that kind of makes more sense why someone like Robert Downey Jr. would get a little PO'd, be like, okay, so I thought I'm doing this. Whoever big name actor says, oh, I thought I was doing that. What does the script say? Oh, we don't have a script. Then what are we doing here? So, and the fact that Marvel has to get involved to kind of mediate, that's the kind of thing that I'm kind of worried about. It's not Marvel, not the directors, unless it was a fight between actor and director. That's one thing, but Marvel's jumping in to like swell these things out. I mean, that's when rumors are rumors for the most part with me, but when I hear something that kind of like, what, I could totally see that'd be my concern, because that'd be a legit reason to get into a fight with somebody on set and have it to the point where you got to get the actual company that's making the movie to come in and says, all right, let's chill, we're gonna be okay, just trust the process.
I mean, it's over like 50 big name stars, and I think two of the stars, Marvel came in because they were going to separate the scenes so they don't have to be together, but obviously they made up. Dave, what do you think about this story? I know it is, it is true, but everyone doesn't know that they are friends now, and it's okay. But these things are going to happen, I guess, on sets.
Well, I'm more shocked that these guys were in the same room at the same time. I feel like most of these things are shot in a cupboard on a green screen.
Yeah, that's true.
And listen, there's not much I can add up. I think Rob summed it up really well. I think the biggest problem is the fact that it's like, well, I thought, like you said, I thought I was doing this. Well, I thought I was doing this. Let's see what the script says. Wait, there's a fucking script. It's a little bit, like up in the air. And I can see someone like Downey, who, I mean, obviously he's probably best known for Tony Stark, but he's done some good work. I thought he was fantastic in The Judge.
Yeah.
So like, he's like, I'm not saying that the other actors aren't real actors, but like, I just feel he considers his craft to be, what it is. So I could see him getting a little miffed and then like trying to get in the suit and all this other thing. So like, does he feel some pressure? I don't think so, because he knows, if he shows up and does what he does, there's so many other things that go into finishing the movie, the post-production, the editing. Like there's only so much control an actor has other than their performance. So, there's definitely a lot riding on this, I think.
Yep.
So I'm not shocked that maybe some tempers run a little hot. But listen, this probably happens on every movie where there's some small disagreement with something. Maybe someone misses their mark. Someone gets a case of the giggles. We got to do 832 takes instead of like 10. So, and I just think because this movie is what it is, that it gets a little bit, maybe it's blown out of proportion. True or not, it gets blown out of proportion because we have to be talking about Doomsday till it comes out. We can't just we just can't let them work, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it got a little bit blown out of proportion a little bit. And I think because they are friends now, they made up apparently, and everything's fine. So we'll wait and see. But Avengers will be out next year soon enough. All right, guys, we got some mail questions coming in. All right, we got a bunch of mail questions in, and I actually have another sort of Ghostbusters question came in for you, and this one came in here. This one was an interesting one. It said, Seth from New York says, "Hey Dave, I know you enjoy Ghostbusters, but did you like the Filmation Ghostbusters cartoon with that gorilla?"
I did.
Okay.
I did. I had a couple of the action figures. I had the haunted.
What was that? That was pretty. The buggy, right?
Yeah, the haunted buggy.
Yeah, the buggy.
It came up on the stilts and had the ghost face in the front.
Yes.
So it was the main guy. I don't remember any of their names. Blonde hair, and they had like that proton blaster.
Yes.
It would just suck the ghost into the gun. And they would just put it in his backpack. They did the gorilla, and I think there was one more. Was just the two of them? No, there's three.
There's three of them, I think. One looked like Ray a little bit in the cartoon.
Yeah, and he had like the launch pad.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't remember much about it, other than Filmation had the rights, so that's why the real Ghostbusters had to be called the real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters, yes, that's correct. That's why I did that.
Probably could it have done well? Probably not, because Ghostbusters and the real Ghostbusters were just so much better.
Yeah.
Again, it's not that might not. I don't remember any of it. It might not have been bad. It might have been pretty good. But these guys were just way better.
Yep, they were better. Rob, you have any? Did you remember that cartoon?
Yeah, I could tell you right now. I could tell you the reason why that thing was not going to work, because I remember that when I heard the announcement that there was going to be a cartoon Ghostbusters, I was like, yes. I remember talking to my friends. I can't wait. We're going to see all these new adventures, whatever, stuff like that. And I remember I was right there. I forgot what time. It was like either 4 o'clock. It was probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was right after school. I'm ready to watch this thing. And I see the intro, and I'm like, what am I watching here? What's with the gorilla? I mean, total, like just blindsided with what I was watching. I didn't care whether this thing was good or not. And I know for a fact that people of my age, kids, that are grown up now, that saw it the first time, felt the same exact way. Because I remember those conversations afterwards, like, this is messed up. Why would they do that to us? It felt like a bad prank. So I don't know how long that lasted, but we were waiting for the real Ghostbusters.
Yep.
You lose it at the theme song.
Yes,
you're not gonna beat the Ray Parker Jr. song. You're just not.
I was so pissed.
I remember that. Yep. All right. Our next question here is Frank from Montclair, New Jersey. So if you guys had a DeLorean time machine, what would be the first place each of you would visit? Well, that's a pretty interesting question. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe go to Ford's Theater. I don't know. I don't know. Where would you guys go?
Skywalker Ranch and tell them to not hire Kathleen Kennedy.
Where would you guys go? Anywhere?
I got one. It's cheesy, but I don't care because we're talking about Back to the Future here. I would go back to opening night of Back to the Future when I was there and just be the person right behind younger me, be like, you're about to watch the greatest movie of your life. And just run off.
All right. Dave, anything you want to?
I guess kind of to keep it light, maybe to go back and see a movie for the first time again, but like watch yourself seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting in Stranger Things season 3, where towards the end of the season, they're all like, they're sneaking to Back to the Future. And everyone's like, so Alex P. Keaton is trying to, wait, what's he doing? And I'm curious was that some of the consensus back when it originally came out? Just like when The Matrix hit, people were like, I don't get it. You know?
Yeah,
so
right.
it's just kind of interesting to see what theater reactions would have been to some of the biggest movies that we remember that we were too young.
Yeah.
Maybe we saw, but we don't really remember the experience.
Yeah. Social media wasn't out, so it was totally different experience.
Yeah.
All right. Greg from Brooklyn. He says, do you think Indiana Jones should be rebooted and who could play the lead? My pick, Ryan Gosling. I don't know. We'll see.
That hurts my heart. Gosling is completely like he's a fine actor. He's just not Indiana Jones material, and that's not even critiquing him against Harrison Ford. He's just not. I don't see it.
I don't even know who would make a good Leonardo. I don't know. Leo.
Look, I don't know. That's tough, man, because it's not just Harrison Ford. It's just that there's only, when you think of Indiana Jones, you think that's the only actor that brought him to life, and it's just like someone asked us before about recasting Back to the Future with Doc Brown. Like, there's only one Christopher Lloyd and he is Doc Brown. And Harrison Ford, and I know he has, he has the Han Solo, he has other stuff there, but it's like that's just one of those characters. Like, you can't see anyone else playing. And I don't know. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, you mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, fine actor and, has range, but I mean, can he pull off that? No, I don't see it happening.
I don't know. Maybe they get some young guy. I don't know. See you do that. I don't know.
I'm always up for watching someone beat up Nazis, though. So if they did it,
there you go. Yeah, down for that.
All right, Carl from Westwood, New Jersey. Hey, movie pundits, what movie would you have seen the most times in your life?
Ooh.
I would have seen Star Wars definitely in the movie theater. I probably saw it at least
times.
I saw it probably 15 times.
In theater?
In the theater, well, I'm talking about Return of the Jedi to be specific. I saw that probably in the movie theater at least 15 times.
That include the re-releases?
Yeah, and the re-releases too.
Okay.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, with the re-releases. Yep.
Oh,
that's
man.
Return of the Jedi.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's just like the usual ones we usually talk about, like our favorites,
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. You got Indiana Jones, which I've seen. I think I've seen, The Last Crusade, which I think honestly is probably my favorite. I've seen that. It's in the 20s. I've seen that. I love that movie. But yeah, man, it's like it's really you have your favorites, right? I'm sure you've seen your favorites hundreds of times because you just can't get enough.
Yep. Yeah, Dave, which one? Probably Ghostbusters.
Maybe that or Back to the Future. Ghostbusters, I had actually gone to see, I think maybe once or twice in the last 5 years when they do the re-release around like Halloween sometimes, which is always, I'm like, I'm just gonna see this on the big screen again.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've made efforts to go pay money again when I own 1,000 different versions of it.
Yeah. They're doing Batman, I think, in the movie theater, coming up.
Yeah.
'89 Batman are doing, I think.
It just doesn't. I don't know. But it is what it is. It just doesn't hold anything for me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that was more of like a really event moment. Like, you remember Batman, 89 Batman,
'89, I remember '89
because
Batman. Everyone's going
yeah,
nuts.
because of the experience. You had lines out the door waiting to get into theaters to watch that thing. And
Yep.
it was literally like the movie event, it seemed like, of the decade.
Yeah.
It's like, does Nicholson's performance hold up? Like, not
No.
that it's bad,
Mm-hmm.
but is it really the Joker? Like, it's like Heath Ledger. I
Yeah,
would even put Cesar Romero above Jack Nicholson.
Really, Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero, he's OG.
In terms of, like, it's very campy, but I feel like he had the really good tone of what the Joker was, at least at that time.
Yeah, his mustache always bothered me.
The stupid dancing. Like, he had stuff.
Yeah, that's true. All right, the next question, the final one here is Dan from New Jersey says, "Did you hear they cast Kumail Nanjiani as Booster Gold? Don't like it because he seems too old. What do you guys think?" I did hear that. I think yesterday or today. I did hear that he's pretty much going to be Booster Gold, from what I understand. But I did hear that also.
Okay.
I don't know if James Gunn said it's official, but I mean, everyone is saying it's him. But I don't like it myself because I think he is too old. But I don't know.
I can see it. This is like a James Gunn move.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna have his own take on that character, and that character, I've seen it. I mean, I only could go by what I've seen in the comic books, and I get a sense like that character has a certain like type of like humor in the sense, like he's like this fairly powerful or influential character in DC, but it's like he doesn't see himself as that. He's kind of like this guy that just happens to be like at that place at that time, and they kind of need him when they need him, and so he doesn't really take himself too seriously, and kind of like a self-deprecating kind of like humor. I could be off, but that's the vibe that I usually got when I read anything that Booster Gold was in, and I could see this being matching that because he does that. I mean, when you hear that, I'm gonna butcher his name. Kamani, is that his name?
Come on.
Thank you. Yeah, whenever I hear him talk, he has that kind of like vibe to him. He's very, humble, self-deprecating, but at the same time, he's like, when it's time to like, get things done, I could see that happening with this guy. So I could see why he would be cast if this is true. It seems like on brand with James Gunn and who he would want.
Okay. We'll see. Dave, you have any opinion on it?
Yeah, I heard the same thing. I like him as an actor and as a comedian. His turn in Eternals was okay. I just don't think he had a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, he was like the comedic relief in a comedy movie, which is a little weird.
Yep.
I'm fine seeing it. I don't like it. He has the qualities that Rob's talking about. So it's like, are there better choices visually? Maybe, but is anyone else going to be able to pull off that mixture of the attitude? Maybe not. So he may be perfect. Okay. I haven't really had a problem with anything James Gunn has casted up until this point. And his wife and his brother are in everything, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too. I mean, I think he's a little bit too old though for this one, but we'll see. James Gunn's been doing a great job picking out who we want, so we'll wait and see. All right, guys, the final section here, we're going to name that baby child, as you say, or the famous person. This one is a little bit different too, because I have one especially for you, Dave. This one's a little bit older, but see if you can name this group of guys. Here it comes.
Yes. Come on. That's so easy.
You know who those nerds are?
Ernie Hudson looks the same.
He does.
Yeah, you got that right. That was an easy one for you.
Al Ramis looks like Pee Wee Herman.
He does. Oh my
That's
God, he does.
funny as hell.
All right, here we go. Rob, let's see if you can guess this one.
All right, let's go. Oh, George Clooney. Man, same exact face.
Stupid haircut.
Yeah, that was easy enough. All right, how about this one, Dave? This is you. Ready? Here we go.
Hanks, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
There's a snake in my boot.
These two are going to be a little bit tougher, I think. All right, we'll start Rob with you. Let's see this one.
All right, let's see. Yeah, you're right. This one's tough. What's with that? Yeesh. Yeah, I need to phone a friend here.
Dave, any idea?
It's not Willem Dafoe, is it?
No. I'll give you a clue. He's an Avenger.
Oh goodness. That's not All right, I'm gonna just start shooting things. That's not Renner, is it?
No.
Right, hold on.
It's an Avenger.
Picture looks too too old for Pratt. It doesn't even look like him.
No.
It's not Paul Rudd. They're definitely not Anthony Mackie.
I'm going to say he's an OG.
Did you say Anthony Mackie?
Yeah, definitely not Anthony Mackie.
No, it's definitely not Anthony Mackie.
OG. Oh, Ruffalo? Is that Ruffalo?
No, it's Ruffalo.
Yes.
Yes, it's Ruffalo. There you go. Good one. This one, it was Ruffalo. Now, here's the last one right here. See if you can get this one.
Oh, goodness.
This one's a little bit tougher. I'm going to give you a clue. Drink my milkshake. Which is one of his great movies I love.
I feel it looks like Spacey.
No.
Huh.
Trying to think what else.
Does his milkshake bring all the boys to the yard too?
No, but he will drink your milkshake. He will drink it all up. He played a famous president.
Oh, no, that can't be him. A famous president?
He played a famous president by Spielberg directed.
Oh, that's Daniel Day-Lewis?
Now I see it.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Now, I have another one really quick that I haven't wanted to go
with. What's the milkshake from? What movie is that from?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
Oh, God. That's...
Remember?
Yeah.
Now, I have the list from 1980 to 1989. Okay, here it is. Can you tell me the number one movie from each year? All right. So, can you start at 1980? I think you guys can get 1980 pretty easy. What's the number one movie? Number two was Not Working 9 to 5. Number three was Stir Crazy. But the number one movie of 1980 was, think about it.
Was it Empire?
Empire Strikes Back.
Wow, good one.
Good one. Now, all right. Now here's another one. 1981. These are all classic movies that are in the 80s, so you guys probably should get them. 1981. The second movie was 007. Which one? For Your Eyes Only. And the third one was Superman 2. But the number one movie of 1981 was, you guys can get this one. We were just talking about him earlier.
Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep. Correct. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Cool. Okay. All right. 1982. This is easy. Rocky 3 was second, and Tootsie was third. The number one movie in 1982 was
E.T.
Correct. E.T. was that's right.
Wow, look at this guy.
1983. You guys got to get this one. Flashdance was number 2, and Octopussy was number 3.
Jedi.
Of course, Return of the Jedi. 1984. Beverly Hills Cop was number 2, and Ghostbusters was number 3. In 84. What was number 1?
84.
84. Think about it.
84. That's oof.
We mentioned them today too again.
Really?
Wait, Terminator was 86 or 84?
Terminator, I think it was in the 80s, but it wasn't Terminator.
Okay.
You know this one.
Temple of Doom?
Temple of Doom, correct. All right.
Okay.
85. You should get this one, Rob. 1985. Rambo was second. Rocky 4 was third. 1985. Come on, Rob.
1985. Back to the Future, honey.
Very good.
There's no way.
86. Number 2 movie was Crocodile Dundee. and number 3 was Aliens. What was the number 1 movie of 1986?
First of all, we need to go back. I want to take the DeLorean and go back to 1986 and why what the hell was Alien number 3?
It was number 3.
Yeah, really, right?
Crocodile Dundee bit it. Yep.
Wow.
86. 86. They did a sequel many, many years later. Come on. And it was a great sequel.
Oh, man. 86. That would have been...
You know this one. You got The Need for Speed.
Oh, Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I thought that was earlier.
Yeah. This one kind of interesting. 1987, though. Okay. Beverly Hills Cop was number 2, and Dirty Dancing was number 3. What was the number 1 movie of 1987?
Was it Die Hard?
No.
No, Die Hard would have been later, no?
Die Hard was 88.
Yeah, Die Hard was 88.
RoboCop was 87, but that wasn't a number 1, was it?
You guys will never get this, and it's the highest grossing movie of 1987, believe it or not. Fatal Attraction.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh,
No, yeah,
wow.
I would have never gotten that myself. I was like, no way.
Huh.
All right, last two. 1988. Okay, number 2 movie was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and number 3 was Coming to America. The number 1 movie of 1988 was. You think you can get this one?
1988. No, that would have been...
Starred Tom Cruise.
Oh, is that...
No,
that's not that...
It was later. Cocktail?
No.
No,
You got it. You got it. Yep, Rain Man. Now the final one is 1989. That was a big year. The number 2 movie was Batman. The number 3 was Back to the Future. So what was number 1 in 1989?
it's got to be Last Crusade.
Correct. Very good. Very good. And I'm gonna post up the list right here.
I got.
What?
That's awesome.
I'm just
That is
certain
the list
how
right
many
there.
of these I got.
Yeah. See, that's pretty good, right? These are the lists right here. Again, for the grossest movie in 1990.
9 to 5 is completely bonkers. Stir Crazy as well. Stir Crazy being number 3.
Mhm.
Tootsie. I didn't realize Rocky 3 was that early.
Yeah.
Flashdance. Oof.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and that's
pretty crazy.
and 87, that Fatal Attraction thing. I do remember that when that movie came out. That was everybody's conversation.
Well, look at it, right? With Fatal Attraction, Beverly Hills Cop 2, and then Dirty Dancing.
Dancing, yes.
Beverly Hills Cop is the odd one out here, kind of.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Pretty crazy list. I saw it. I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I'm seeing if you guys could do this, but yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good work, guys.
Hey, that's
Right.
hot.
Yep. Next week, guys, we should have Eric Roberts. I will confirm with you guys during the week soon. So Eric Roberts will be joining us. We're going to be talking about the Best of the Best tour they're going to be doing. So he's going to be on with us. I'm going to tell him I'm going to get my shoulder pop it so he can pop it on me.
That's great.
That was my favorite scene of him of all time. All right, guys. Rob, enjoy your vacation over there. I'll talk to you guys later.
I got
All right, you got it.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.